Welcome to Empower Women at Work 2021. This is Elaine Cercado, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode entitled Building and Leading a Tech Company with our distinguished speaker, Jen Tongco. This is in celebration of International Women's Day 2021. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. This day also marks a call to action for accelerating women's equality. It has occurred for well over a century, with the first IWD gathering in 1911 supported by over a million people. Today, IWD belongs to all groups, collectively everywhere. IWD is not country, group, or organization specific. This year's theme is Choose to Challenge. Let's all choose to challenge. A challenged world is an alert world. Individually, we're all responsible for our own thoughts and actions all day, every day. We can all choose to challenge and call out gender bias and inequality. We can all choose to seek out and celebrate women's achievements. Collectively, we can all help create an inclusive world. From challenge comes change. So let's all choose to challenge. We can all get more information from the website internationalwomensday.com. We'd like to welcome Jennifer Tongco. Jen for short. We'd like to celebrate all the achievements of Jen. She is a cybersecurity enthusiast, leading NetTrust Philippines Corporation as its Chief Executive Officer. She was an Ayala Scholar and a graduate of Manufacturing Engineering and Management at De La Salle University. Jen gained global exposure early in her career and gained over 16 years of valuable experiences in a multinational setting such as in Hong Kong and Singapore. Jen believes in continuous improvement and empowering young leaders. Being a young leader herself, she became a MD/CEO at the young age of 32. And Jen is a mother to 4 lovely girls and a wife to husband Aldrin. Everyone, let's welcome Jen Tongco. Welcome to Empower Women at Work. I'd like to welcome back Jen Tongco, and this time on the subject of entrepreneurship. Jen is a CEO of NetTrust Philippines. Jen, as an entrepreneur, which is a challenging 24/7 job, what would you say was the hardest or toughest challenge that you have faced while building up your own company in the Philippines?
Wow, toughest. A lot of things are tough. Whenever I look back, it's really blood, sweat, and tears. But maybe let me summarize it with the law of inertia. Scientific. Like, bodies at rest remains at rest, and bodies in motion remains in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Newton's law. Why did I say that? Because like for example, when you're starting a business, if you're hearing this now and you don't have a business yet, you plan to start a business, you're at state at rest, right? And for you to become in motion, I'm gonna tell that's really very difficult because that's an external force that you really have to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's harder. It's hardest at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Understand that it's gonna be very hard to start, but once you have done that, once you keep the ball rolling, there will be, again, it's still Newton's law, right?
Mm-hmm.
There might be external forces again that will decelerate your speed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What are those? Friction, external forces. And in real life, what is this friction? In cars, that's friction. But in real life, frictions are minor setbacks, failures, right? And this is very important. This is constant. The negative voices within your head.
Mm-hmm.
The negative voices will always tell you, what are you doing? There are a lot of big boys out there. You're not going to make it, right? You're just a small brand compared to them, right? Why even bother? You have a very good salary, you know, you have a stable job, right? So whenever I heard those voices, and entrepreneurship is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. I mean, there are those who are very good in what they do, being employed, and I have high respect for that. But if you are the type who really would want to do it,
Mhm.
understand that. Understand that there will be negative voices, and you have to know how to handle them. And how I handle them is really trying to understand and anchoring in my why.
Mhm.
That's very important, anchoring in your why. Because no matter how many negative voices you hear, as long as you are anchored in why you're doing it,
Mhm.
then it will push you to apply that energy again in you to slow. Apply that energy to keep you going and not really decelerate. Because once you decelerate and you come to a stop, it's hard to start again. So there will be blood, sweat, and tears. Literally tears. I've cried bucket of tears. And I've asked myself so many times, should I even do this? Why am I making things difficult for myself? I'm earning well anyway. Right. So there are those whys that help me stay true to the movement. And it becomes easier later
Mhm.
on. But then there will be another external force that will really shake you. So again, anchoring your way. So I think that's, and having a support system,
Mhm.
right? Because, for example, for me, I'm married, right? I have children, I have four. Having a supportive husband helps, right? Having a supportive family, parents helps.
Thank you. Excellent.
Help you to, who will help you to rah rah rah, go go go. Yeah. So having the right environment would be beneficial.
Wow, it's the three key things that you have mentioned. I'm really empowered myself, with those that you have mentioned. Applying the law of inertia. Was it the
Yes.
law of inertia, right? I mean, that
Yes.
metaphor that you have used, it's amazing how true it is, in entrepreneurship. And then, of course, anchoring yourself to your why, to your purpose, which keeps you going. And of course, having a support system. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for those, Jen. And I'd like to go into the next question. The
Okay.
post COVID 19 new normal. There have been business plans and strategies that may have changed, that may be irrelevant by now. And so we have to cope with the continuous wave of changes that is happening in the world and will continue to happen. What advices do you have for entrepreneurs to be able to manage those continuous changes that are happening in the world?
Yeah. So actually, the world is really, I mean, even in our industry, it's really, you have to be adaptable to change, right, with technology, because we're dealing with technology. So I think what's really very important for any leader, CEO, entrepreneur is to be very agile. You know, be ready to change at the snap of a finger. Understand that nothing is constant. You
Mhm.
have to have that mindset, right? For me, because it's really my nature. I mean,
Mhm.
it's really my nature to always ask why. I think I always ask why, multiple whys, and then I also ask why not.
Mhm.
Right? I usually do that in all the companies that I have worked with. The there's this company in Hong Kong, and the moment I saw the form, I said, why? Why is it done this way? And I changed it right there and then. I mean, and that helped a lot. That helped the organization. It's a simple form, It's just an Excel, right? Which I put macros in. So that's my nature. It's really changing, and asking why not and why. And secondly, I think with this environment of continuous change,
Mhm.
it's very important for you to hire people, to surround yourself with people who I call learning workers.
Mhm.
um, there are those who are good, but then they're already good at what they know now. But it's important for you to hire people who, this part of our values, continuous improvement, who continuously learn.
Mhm.
because what you know now may be irrelevant tomorrow.
Mhm.
So, and somebody who knows, like, you know, snap a finger can change,
Mhm.
has that mindset that, let's change. Don't be afraid to start over. For example, for those brick and mortar stores right
Mhm.
now, after the pandemic it hit them, I'm amazed, with a lot of these businesses who have, gotten back up, think out of the box, and start anew, do it online, right?
Mhm.
So it's really having that kind of, let's start over. Don't be afraid to start over, and maybe even scrapping the old business and change it to a new one, right?
Mhm.
So you have to analyze it continuously. Analyze where you are. Don't never ever stop asking why and why not, because the moment you do, it's the moment you stop growing. That's the moment you're gonna die, right? As a business. Yeah. So I think that summarizes
And that summarizes it. I cannot even say
it.
anything better than that. Thank you so much, Jen. I wish you all the best. I wish you more success. I wish you continue to be empowered and to empower others. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Elaine, and empowering you.